I just got back from the store. I had to get a different butter because the one I had, which was plant-based, was expired. It expired like a week ago and I just bought it yesterday. So, and now I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes to eat with my leftover steak and pasta that I bought from the store yesterday, which is so good. That restaurant, oh my gosh, I haven't been there in a long time, and their food is like really, really good. Like, just like really, really good. The service is really good. People are really nice. But anyways, yeah. Today, after I do all this, I'm going to go back into research, get more into, what am I researching today? Oh, solidifying the details of like which gene am I focusing on for the mutation, the effects on the two characters, and yeah, that's my objective for today. I've never tried to make mashed potatoes from one of those packets before. I don't know, I think I always thought it wouldn't taste good, but it kind of does taste good, so I'm excited about that. I don't think I've ever actually made mashed potatoes before, like myself made mashed potatoes before. Like, I would assume I just mash potatoes. You know, cook potatoes, mash it, and then just add butter. I don't even know if that's how people do it, or if they use like a mix or something. I don't even know. And I think that's crazy because mashed potatoes was like one of my favorite foods. Usually people use regular milk to make it, so I stopped eating mashed potatoes. But if I'm making it myself, obviously I can use almond milk, so I think I need to start making more mashed potatoes. But use with like actual potatoes and see how that would taste. I think that would also taste good. But yeah. At this point, I started to narrow down what I wanted the issue with their bodies to be, or the, you know, the cool things about their body that gets the attention of the researchers. And I started thinking of skin disorders and how our bodies react to wounds and different things like that. And then I was looking at positive mutations, because I kept seeing things about like diseases and things that are not good, things that hurt, you know, your body. And I was like, okay, what about positive things, like mutations that either help your body or, you know, cause some sort of issue? So that's what I was doing, and it definitely gave me a lot of ideas. I was also thinking with my two characters, what if the founder of the company knows them somehow, like previously? Because I really want to tie in that company into their past. I want to tie the company into their past. So it's kind of like, wait a minute, we know these people. And I don't know if that's just too ambitious. And again, I'm not allowing myself to overcomplicate the plot anymore, okay? I found a simple road, and I'm not gonna expand it any more than it already is. So I'm just gonna see what the simplest connection I can create and go with that. But I think I would really like that, because it would also give not an incentive, but make the company more curious about those two characters if they are familiar with them from their past. I think it adds an extra element of mystery and intrigue if they know those two women. So I'm also gonna add in that and see. I'm hoping today, maybe this month, my January goal is to have the research solidified, the connections between the characters solidified, all of that, so that I can get back into actual writing. And also, I didn't talk about this part, about the anti-trafficking organization, because I don't want to trivialize human trafficking by including that type of organization in my story, even though it has elements of human trafficking, like that is part of the plot. But I always get worried. I don't want to trivialize this very serious issue and thing that is happening even today in people's lives. But at the same time, it could be a way of shedding light on how these organizations are able to even help survivors of these situations, some history about it. So I see it in a positive and negative. I just don't know right now if the positive is outweighing the negative. I try to be careful with certain things I add to the story or add into a story, because I just don't want to minimize its impact, you know? Like some stories I read, they add elements of things and then kind of brush over it. And I'm just thinking that didn't need to be added to the scene. Specifically something in this book, which I'm like kind of enjoying. I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it, but like I like the story, so I'm still reading it, but I also feel that it's a bit slow paced. I don't know, I'll give a different review. But yeah, there was something, that one specific scene, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then it's just kind of brushed over a bit. And I don't like that. You might as well have just not even included it. Like, if it's not even gonna affect the plot, why even include that very serious, disturbing, traumatic scene that has no effect, which doesn't even seem realistic? So it's like, you might as well have just cut out that paragraph or those few sentences. So that's why I have that same thing about my stories that I write, because some of them are about really serious topics, and then I really hope that the way that I do it isn't trivializing it and minimizing people's experiences. So as I continue on, I'll just be taking note of that. So we'll see if I keep them as an anti-trafficking organization or make them into something else that still makes sense with the plot. Yeah. I've come to the finish line at last.